my way back home. Luckily it's overcast, so I'm not getting so much sun. It feels a lot less oppressive heat wise. I've been in an air conditioned place. They were pretty flat chat where I went to have a checkup. Said it's post corona, people are starting to get back to normal, so there you go. Nice big vacant block. It's been like that for a while. Pretty reasonable area around here too. You think someone would want to develop it. Anyway, coming up to the lights here, which weren't actually working at about 9:45 this morning when I arrived here. I had to go cut across one of the busiest streets in Cairns, which is the Cook Highway, just here, without lights. So it was not good. We just get across here, more election posters, not surprising, and it's San Marino. Like I say, big push. Oh, there's another one there. Oh, there's some competition now. Oh, there's actually 3 of them, so no, there's a bit of competition about things hotting up because the election's this Saturday. But imagine trying to get across this road, just a little late peak hour, without lights. It was a bit dodgy. Luckily I didn't end up being roadkill. But yeah, obviously the power's back on and been back on presumably for hours, but not the best time to cross this major road with no lights. Not recommended. But I had an appointment and I got through okay. There weren't even any cops on the corner directing traffic. It was it must have just occurred before I came to this intersection. But, there you go. Cairns on a Monday afternoon. I just got a liquor mystery solved. I was under the impression I could get a lot more bang out of the Beefeater bottle than I could out of the Old London. I got one more drink for a bottle, so 4 serves as opposed to 3, for instance. And I was wondering, well, am I just imagining this, or is it just the way I'm feeling, or whatever? But no, there is a scientific explanation for it. The Old London gin is 37% alcohol by volume, whereas Beefeater is 43. So there is, well, I don't know, what is about 5% difference in potency, something like that, I guess. Oh, actually, no, that would make it about probably maybe about 12%. Yeah, so it's a substantial difference in potency. But the Old London gin actually won a prestigious award in a blind tasting contest in Canada and won a gold medal. So obviously a lot of people thought the taste was fine, but it doesn't have the potency of Beefeater, and I think I prefer Beefeater's flavour as well. So it's pretty line ball. It's $7 difference between the 2 bottles, and it's almost made up by the alcohol content anyway, so I'll stick with the Beefeater for the time being, I think, seeing I think it's a superior drop. So that was good to learn anyway. Yeah, warm day. I think it's forecast to be 33 or something coming up, so it's getting really warm. Although that might have been just in the mall, they had that sign up there. I don't think I read that online, but I'll double check. But I think we must be due for some storms. The clouds are starting to come across. Wouldn't surprise me if we got a bit of thunderstorm activity. Another thing, I actually got a phone call yesterday from the council because I put in a complaint about this horrendous concrete type breaking sound that was taking place from the creche about 10 days ago. It was on a Sunday and it went for several hours and it was horrible sound. And I think they were building a skateboard strip or something there because I could hear a skateboard the following Monday. But to the credit of the council, they did ring me up, and the guy had a chat with me for about 5-10 minutes, quite a nice customer service guy, and he said he'd actually pop over to the business and check them out for me that particular afternoon, but I haven't heard back yet whether I'm going to get any feedback on that. It'd just be interesting to see what they say, because it depends on the type of work involved. If it's building work, a particular type of building work, it's all very legalese. It just depends on the definition of what's being done, and that's a lawyer's picnic, of course. And so it's not as clear cut as it might seem. Depends on the nature of the work, whether they can actually do this on a Sunday. So I don't quite understand the rationale of that. I would have thought noise is noise. It doesn't matter where it comes from. If it's a certain number of decibels, it shouldn't be allowed on, say, Sundays, for instance. There's got to be some sort of a respite for people, but that's not the way regulations work. They're far too complicated in this country, I think, in general. And this is an example of it, and all it does is it plays into the hands of lawyers, who then have to work through the definitions. The same crap we had with GST, because they had exemptions on that. Then it became very difficult to actually define what a product was and what rate of tax you'd put on it. So yeah, it basically lost Hewson the election, but Hewson was a drop kick anyway, so it wasn't any great loss, I don't think, to the country. He's turned out to be a classic Malcolm Fraser type turncoat, so we best see the less of him, I think. Just another left-wing academic masquerading as a small L liberal. Plenty of them around. Personally, I'd like to see a purge of all universities in this country. I think it's disgraceful, the crap that they're churning out, and they're overpaid to buggery. That'll have to come back if they don't have all the overseas students. Of course, they'll be lobbying the government to increase immigration, of course, and lots of students. That's what they want. They don't care about education. I don't think. It's more worried about the bottom line. Not a healthy situation. The world was a better place years ago. It's gone downhill, unfortunately. In certain areas it's fantastic with the technology and what have you, the online stuff, but that's also being debased by big tech who are censoring people. So, you know, it's become a real minefield. We need strong government, and that is sorely lacking in this particular country, in my opinion. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever, and either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.